Hi.
What's up?
I'm Vin Diesel and I do horrible YouTube videos. It's about 7:30 or so at the flea market. Haven't been here too much lately in the last couple months, but let's walk that way. Found me a Game Boy Advance, $5. The screen's a little scratched up, but it does work. Other than that, haven't found shit. Been here since 6:30. I always try to get here while the vendors are setting up so I can score what I can while they're pulling shit out. You know, I built up a rapport with a lot of folks here, and they kind of hooked me up a little bit, but nothing so far yet. Figured I might as well do one more game hunting live video before I get the hell out of here. Got about 6 weeks until I move to Japan, so yeah, we'll see what else we can find. Well, shit, I haven't worn this coat in like 6 months, 8 months, something like that. It's last winter. Found $20 in the pocket. That's a win. So I just saw our local flea market reseller pick up fucking Complete, Dark Cloud 2, Grandia 3, a couple other games for 50 cents a piece. Seconds too late, seconds. It's the way this shit goes out here, man. What kills me the most about that is I was distracted by this beat the hell ass Game Boy. And the guy wanted $15 for it. I mean, I can always use them for parts and mods and shit, but if I hadn't been looking at that, I would have got them game. Shit, I didn't get them PlayStation 2 games, but I got me boxed PS1. 20 bucks. Got one at 25, I offered 20, took it. It's got a first party controller, third party controller in there, all the hookups, good condition. That's kind of nice. We might not get them all, but we'll get shit out here, you know what I'm saying?
Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Like our best 10-watt Exelon woofers. These woofers go hard, nice all day.
How much you asking on a controller?
This is
5? Thank you.
Okay, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. So we just grabbed this GBA SP 101, good condition. Some Pokemon video, shit. It's the Yu-Gi-Oh, Tom and Jerry, Mario Dance, Lenovo 2, Dragon Ball Z, Mario and Donkey Kong, 30 bucks. I got me some stuff. Book bag full of shit right here. So we'll go through it when we get home. Check it out. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Will's VG Addiction. I did a game hunting live video this morning. Don't really like showing people where I go, which is why I don't do them anymore. But I found some good stuff today, and I am actually out of here, out of the area in about 6 weeks. So I no longer really care if people know where I used to go to grab my stuff. I know I mentioned a few times before in the past that I'll be moving to Japan for a little bit. It's part of the gig as a Navy dude. But my orders got shifted around a couple times, but it's definitely for sure that I'm leaving in December. It is now, what, mid-October. I'll be out there in January, so I don't really care if people know where I go. You guys can have it. Only thing is you got to get up early like I do to get the good shit. So anyway, I'll talk about the stuff that I got pretty much all this week. Most of the stuff was from today. So yesterday I had the day off, and I was trying to take care of stuff like securing a storage locker, getting passport photos and all that stuff done. And I stopped at a Goodwill along the way, and just for shits and giggles, and I actually did find something. I found 3 Nintendo DSIs, 2 pink and 1 blue. They're in kind of rough condition, a lot of stickers and stuff like that. One of them has a pretty scratched up screen. And this one, which is in the best condition, actually has an issue with the cartridge mechanism holding the cart down, which means I have to get in there and do some repair work. But other than that, they all work fine. After a little bit of cleaning, they'll all be in pretty good condition, with the exception of this one. $10 each, so not too bad. Last week I cut my solo game hunting really short. Ran a couple errands and went out to the south side of town just to rummage through stuff. Found some pretty decent stuff. I'll show a pic right there of the stuff I got on my own. And did that early so I can meet up with a couple of local YouTubers, Joel from Media Glitch and Jorge from G-Unit Kalima. Very cool guys. Didn't find much. It was raining. I did find a few things. I'll post a picture of that right here. The highlight of which was Def Jam Fight for New York for Xbox. Actually went ahead and sold that already for like 20 bucks and sold it like that. So that was a nice find, and it paid for well, a good chunk of what I bought last week anyway, so that was nice. So heading out today, I didn't really have high hopes. It was really cold in the morning, but it warmed up really quickly. Sun was out, it was nice and shiny. A lot of vendors out at the flea market for the first hour or so. I didn't really find much. The very first thing that I found was this Game Boy Advance. The screen is a little bit scratched up. Doesn't seem to be any battery corrosion in there. $5, not terrible. That's about what I paid for them anyway. So, second thing I found, a guy had a box full of PS2 games and a PS2 system. Wanted 20 bucks for all of it. $10 for the system. I wound up picking up just the system by itself as a PS2 Slim. It's a little dirty, as pretty much everything at the flea market is. And it came with these 2 god-awful GameStop controllers, which I will probably wind up giving away. Haven't tested it yet. Most of the games that he had were all sports. In fact, I think all of them except like Tekken 5 were all sports games. And even though there were like 12 or 13 games, it just wasn't worth it for me to pay the extra $10, so I just took the system. So that was about the first hour or so of walking around. Got there at about 6:30, 6:35, something like that, when people were still setting up. And usually that's the best time to actually go and find stuff, because the local, well, the resellers from the flea market aren't usually there walking around trying to find stuff. They usually don't do that till about 7. So I can beat them to a lot of good stuff. But one of the guys, I don't remember what time it was, but he had actually come up on another seller, this guy who sells video games at the flea market. He's one of those scumbag asshole resellers that will A, fuck up your deal, B, doesn't clean or test anything before he sells it for retail or above prices. He beat me to one guy's setup. The guy had a bunch of DVDs, and with the DVDs there were some PS2 games, 50 cents a pop. He got a complete copy of Dark Cloud 2, Grandia 3, and some other games. So I was a little butthurt about that for a while, but I let him do his thing because I'm not going to fuck up his deal. Whatever. Cycle back after about a half hour or so, and the guy actually still had some games for 50 cents, and I was really surprised that the game reseller didn't grab them for whatever reason. There was a bunch that he left. They were disc-only games, like a couple Final Fantasy games. Can't remember what the other ones were. Nothing too special, but for 50 cents, what I thought was worth it was a copy of Shinobi in one of these generic disc only. It's going to need a little bit of buffing. 50 cents though. Castlevania Curse of Darkness, and this one I believe is complete and in pretty nice shape. And the one that I'm really shocked that the guy passed on, the other reseller, is this Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games for the Wii U. First time I've ever found a Wii U game that cheap. So I'll definitely be holding on to that for my collection. And then from there on, I was just trying to find a game to make it $2 even. So I picked up Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus for PS2, and that is missing the manual. But the guy had some other stuff that I was really interested in, and I looped around a couple times because honestly I had a pretty tight budget and I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money. But I got to talking to the guy and he started lowering his prices, so I couldn't resist. So I picked up this is an Xbox 360 250 gig hard drive for $4. I don't need this. I don't have one of the newer Xbox 360s, but eventually I will at some point, just because I want one that's more reliable than the one that I have now, which is basically the old model, the one that used to fuck up all the time. Then a buddy of mine, Tyler, had told me months back that he was looking for a game capture device, and the guy had two of them. So the one that I'm actually familiar with, because I do own one, is the Elgato Game Capture HD. He had a $40 price tag on it. I got to talking to him and he lowered it to $30 without me even trying to haggle with him. So it's still in the original box with, well, it doesn't have the paperwork, and I believe it's missing the HDMI cable, but it got everything else in there. I take that back. What is it? I take that back. It does have the HDMI cable. Nice. Now I'm going to be honest with you, because I already have one of these, I'm going to go ahead and resell it. My buddy Tyler said he's not interested because he doesn't have the time to do this sort of thing anymore. So at $30, I think I can make about 30 bucks on that. So I'm going to do that. It's one of those necessary evils to feed the habit, you know, the game collecting habit. So no shame on that one. Moving forward. So while I was talking to him about those items, he also had these 3 in the package Tomb Raider figures, marked at $6 a piece. Didn't even haggle with him, didn't ask him for a discount. Automatically he said 10 bucks for all of them if I take them all. So I said hell yeah. So this one is, I don't know. I'll let you look at them. I don't know what the hell the names of them are, and I don't know if that's coming out clearly or not. Probably not, but that's cool. So I'm not really big on toys and figures and all that, but when I do see video game related stuff like Street Fighter figures or whatever, or like Nintendo figures, I'll pick them up. I don't mess with amiibos or pops or any of that nonsense, but stuff like this that's like dedicated video game stuff, especially if it's gonna be Tomb Raider, I'll definitely pick it up. So $10 on all of those, which is really awesome. That guy was cool as hell. Some of the not so special stuff, Xbox 360, was this a wireless internet thingy? This was $3 surprisingly. For whatever reason, these still sell pretty well, so I'll make a little profit on that. Again, gotta feed the habit. I don't like using my actual income to buy video games, even though I do most of the time, especially since I don't sell on eBay anymore, or very rarely. In this case I will, because I don't know anybody who's going to pay 25 bucks for that thing, but sometimes it's one of those necessary evils. Another guy that I buy from fairly often, he usually has a lot of shit, a lot of garbage, but he hooks me up with pretty good prices and stuff. So I got this GameCube from him. It's got some signs of wear, and it's missing one of the little expansion port covers, but it was $5. Don't really care. $5, I'll take a GameCube any day. And then later on I found a GameCube controller. One of these sticks is a little ate up, but it's not too bad. $5 on that. What else? Nintendo 64 controller. Pretty good stick. It was actually there last weekend. I passed on it. Still there. $5. I'll take it. And then from another seller, I got these 2 silver PS2 controllers, DualShock 2s. This one is missing the rubber off the sticks. I'll probably replace both of the rubber on the sticks, but other than that, once I clean them up and get all the gunk off them, they'll be pretty nice. So that was not all that special. Found this one for $5 earlier before I found the 2 silver ones, and I was gonna get this one to replace the 2 crappy GameStop controllers and move that PS2 on to whomever would like it. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll remember that I picked up a factory case of Super Smash Bros, or whatever the hell it was called, Smash Bros for the Wii U. It was like the day after it came out. The guy who sold those to me at 10 bucks a pop. I buy stuff from him here and there. His prices are sometimes ridiculous, but he hooked me up that day, and I was telling him that I was out of here in December. today, and he told me he had some games for me, and he actually hooked me up with a pretty good price. So I got this Nintendo GBA SP with the case, and it's a Model 101, AGS 101, which is awesome. Hold on. Well, shit. There we go. Alright, so maybe you can tell that's a pretty clear screen, but I don't know why it's only turning on like sometimes. I just finished charging this motherfucker, so maybe that's why it's so cheap. Fuck. I have to get in there and look at that too. Yeah, like I just clicked it on like 5 or 6 times and it started once. So 30 bucks for that. And these games, Tom and Jerry, Infernal Escape, whatever. Pokemon video. I remember buying a SpongeBob thing. That's for my daughter way back when. I don't know if that's something that anybody even cares about anymore. Some Yu-Gi-Oh game. Klonoa 2, which I will definitely be keeping for myself. I'm sure that's not showing up well at all. I guess this is the trick to make it focus, supposedly, but whatever. It's not focusing. Fuck it, I don't care. Moving on. Super Mario Advance. Oh, this is Mario 2. Nice. So I'll be keeping that one. And of course, this fucking thing doesn't want to fucking focus. Let's see. Focus you. There we go. Alright, so sort of. Alright, Mario Advance, Mario 2, whatever. This was Klonoa. Keep it moving. Dragon Ball Z, The Legacy of Goku 1 and 2. Not gonna do it, whatever. Keep it moving. Mario versus Donkey Kong. Good times. So I'll be keeping the Mario games and Klonoa 2, and the rest of them I'll move on and I'll figure out what the hell's going on with the SP and why it doesn't want to work all the time. Alright, so I haven't found a fantastic N64 at the flea market in a long time. The last one I found was a beat to shit, cracked and fucked up green 64 for like, I think it was $100, and it sat there for about 3 or 4 months, and I don't know what happened to it after that. I would hope that nobody bought it, but I found one today. It is the green one. Came with the new Tetris, has an expansion pack. The cover is missing. Other than that, it's a little dirty, a little dusty, but otherwise good condition. I didn't see any cracks or anything on it. Came with 2 64 controllers, official, and these sticks are absolutely fucked. The lady wanted $80 for it. She dropped it to 70 real quick, and I told her 50 was the most I'd be willing to pay. And the main reason is because these joysticks are jacked. So she called up her dad, or had her boyfriend or brother, whoever it was, call up her dad. The dad said 50 is cool. I took it for 50. Normally I wouldn't pay more than like 30 for a system like that in that kind of condition with the controllers all jacked up. But man, it's been dry. It's been dry. And people really seem to be fiending for the even the green 64, which is like the most common of the fantastic ones. So again, I'm going to do the dirty reseller thing with that one eventually. What's probably going to happen is I'm going to throw all this, I'm going to clean it up before I get out of here, throw it all in storage, and worry about it a couple years from now. I do not like selling on eBay at all. I've had way too many issues with people and like shipping schemes and people not receiving stuff or not picking stuff up when I put signature confirmation on it. Really, really bizarre. I'll tell that story another day, but I'm kind of just done with eBay unless it's something I want to sell quick and fairly cheap. So what I do like doing, and unfortunately I didn't take the time or even think, I was so busy and so focused on actually selling. I was at Retropalooza a couple weeks back, and I was a vendor, and I had the greatest time. You know, I absolutely had the time of my life. It's so much better being a vendor than it is being just a regular guest, and I would probably never do another video game convention unless I was going to be a vendor. So I'm hoping when I come back from Japan, I'll go ahead and pick up and, you know, get on the selling circuit again. We'll see. But that's my preference. I like actually talking to people and meeting people, and you know, some of this stuff I get for really cheap, not all of it, but some of the stuff I get for really cheap, and I have zero issues giving people deals on shit and building rapport with people like doing that. So if I can do that, hopefully when I get back, that's what I want to do. Anyway, moving along. No special story here. Probably not even worth the $6 I paid for it, but PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, $6 on that. Whatever. It's one of those games I had been looking out for a while, just never found it for a price that I was willing to pay. And $6, I would rather pay $3, obviously, but $6 is whatever. From another seller, all these games, I believe they're all kind of beat up a little bit. I'm gonna need some buffing, but $3 a piece. I offered the lady $10 for 4, and she took it, so $2.50 a piece. The original Twisted Metal, the Greatest Hits Edition, that's complete. Taito Legends, missing the manual. Resident Evil Code Veronica, and this one is actually complete and has the Devil May Cry bonus demo. Whoop-de-doo. Got one of these last week for $1. It was so scratched that even with resurfacing it didn't work. So, whoop-de-doo. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. I don't know if this one is, I don't know if it holds any value or not. I'm not going to keep this for myself. I don't care about Dragon Ball Z. I know the third one is pretty sought after. So, either going to move that on to someone at a convention, or going to give it to my daughter because she likes anime crap. So the guy that I got the PS2 controller for $5 from, the black one, he also had this, wanted $5 for it, so I gave him 10 for the both. I do have this in my collection already, and I think it's only worth a couple bucks after looking at it. So probably not the best buy, but if I can trade that to somebody who wants it, then, you know, whatever. And a game that I didn't actually want to buy for $10, but I did anyway when I saw that it was kind of getting pricey, the US version anyway. We got Dead or Alive Paradise for the PSP, and this is a game, I don't even know if it's a game, I just remember looking at it years back and it was like a $20 game and I just never picked it up. It's like just ogling chicks. Anyway, $10, so I decided to pick it up because I didn't see it any cheaper than that anywhere. So last thing that I got a boxed original PlayStation, and let's see what's in here. So we've got the system, and it's not the audiophile version. I can't speak today. It's a little dusty, a little dirty. It's got one original controller and then one PS Gamepad 8, whatever the hell that is. Some third-party piece of shit. And then oh, nice. So we've got some dead spiders in there. That's hot. And then some paperwork. Guy wanted $25. I offered 20. He took it, and he actually said thank you for making a reasonable offer. So I assume that somebody offered him a lot less than that before I came around. So nothing too special, but I wanted to do one last one before I got out of here, and this will probably be it. Oh wait, I got one more. One more thing. So this lady had a bunch of random crap, and I saw her pull this out of a box. Just hit myself in the face with the cord. This is an what is this? This is an Enterprex Apollo 2001, whatever the fuck that is. It's some kind of, it looks like some kind of Pong type thing. It's got tennis, hockey, what's that, squash, and practice. You know, it's some old fucking console. One of those old pieces of shit that you hook up to the TV with one of these fucking disgusting, ugly RF, I don't know what the hell these are even called, RF connections, but $2 on that, so I wasn't going to walk away from that. I don't think anybody else would have bought it anyway, but I actually just got rid of all my Pong consoles, had one in the box. I sold 3 of them for $20 at Retropalooza. I just didn't have the space for them, didn't care for them, didn't really care to collect for them anymore because space is definitely a premium these days, and all this stuff is going into storage, and when I get back from Japan I probably won't have a home the size that I have now to have a decent sized dedicated game room. So the more stuff I can get rid of that I don't actually need or really want, the better. So at $2, I don't mind buying that and holding on to it until the next convention, whenever the hell that's going to be. And maybe somebody who actually likes those things can have it. So my battery is running out and my camera's flashing angry numbers at me. So let me go ahead and wrap this up. Last one I'll probably do for a long time. Maybe collect some PC Engine shit in Japan. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Excuse me. Who makes awful YouTube videos? Say Vin Diesel.
No, you can't do that.
Say hi, I'm Vin Diesel and I make awful YouTube videos.
You are Vin Diesel and you do make terrible videos.